Hi friends, Ryan Rose with you. We are talking 49ers track and field. We're going to preview the 2012 indoor and outdoor seasons. Of course, we've got head coach Bob Olson here with us. Coach, welcome back to the set.
Thank you.
A couple of your seniors. We've got Amanda Getches, who could pretty much host this show. You've done several cross-country segments and track segments through the years. Welcome back.
Thank you.
The old lady on the set here. And then Sam Jordan, who is the fastest man on campus for the 49ers, also a senior. So last go-rounds for you guys this year. And let's just jump right into it, Coach. Last year, we got a chance to see another great outdoor championships on our campus. I can't tell you how much fun those are when we're able to host that thing. It's a festival of colors and fun and frivolity. Talk about what goes into that kind of undertaking as we try to continue to host those things. And I know we do want to talk about hosting cross country as well, but hosting the outdoor, it's great to be home, but it's also a little bit of a headache to get everything ready and get it going.
It is. It's a little tough. Any track meet, when you have 14 teams coming together at one time for a two-day event and all the infrastructure involved leading up to it. But fortunately, for a championship for the conference, we get a lot of help from the conference and a lot of help from our administration here at Charlotte. And so the conference championship actually it goes a little bit smoother. I think everybody around wants to make sure that myself and my staff have time to actually coach instead of administering an event. And so we get great help locally and from our officials. And so we get the job done.
It's sort of like the culmination of a year's worth of work. But you guys it's not kind of a new thing for you, because you do host typically 2 meets a year. You'll have 2 more this year, third week of March, third weekend of April. So talk about what goes into getting those ready to go. And I know the athletes appreciate being able to sleep in their own beds and then come compete on campus.
Sure. Yeah, those are a little bit tougher for us, especially the 49er Classic in March is major open competition for this region of the country. We track 30 to 40 universities, easily 1,200 to 1,400 athletes competing over 3 days. And of course, that time of the year, as a department, we're a little busier. We've got a lot of other sports going on, and so we get some help. But as a coaching staff, we've got to put a lot of legwork in the weeks prior. Fortunately, spring break is not too far before that. We get a chance to work on it. The meet in April has really developed the last couple of years into a smaller affair, 4 or 5 teams, and typically teams that are using that as the last track meet to tune up for their conference championship. And so it's made for a pretty small meet, but an exciting meet, because everybody's really on their best game, trying to put their best times out there before they go to their championship.
Now, these two have both been to national championships for track, cross-country, or both in Amanda's case. This time of year, as we start into 2012, you guys are just really ramping into the indoor season, and I'm kind of skipping ahead to the outdoor season. When you're working on times, I guess, Amanda, we'll start with you. You're the distance runner here. When you're working on times, and I know we've talked about this with Coach Schlichter, the build-up, what's that process like, building up to your fastest times? I know they talk about adding on distance and things like that. What is that process like for you, and where are you at in that process right now as we sit here before the outdoor season starts?
I guess we're taking a different approach this year because I don't have indoor eligibility, I just have outdoor.
Right.
So I'm a little bit farther back than where most of the girls are at right now, but I'm definitely catching up now. It's just lower mileage right now, just starting to get into workouts, and then just slowly increase everything, do instead of just 1 workout a week, get in 2, and then just keep adding in some more miles.
And you are looking at, an All-American here. This is one of our All-Americans. You've competed at the highest level. And I'm just curious, as you build those times up, when do you know you've peaked, or how do you keep from peaking too early? What is that process like for a distance runner?
I guess just taking your easy days easy, work hard on your hard days. Ed's pretty good about knowing when I need to go hard, when I should go easy. Okay. If I need some time off, take a day off if I really have to.
All right, Ed being Ed Schlichter, who's our distance specialist here, one of our distance specialists. Now this guy down here, he doesn't run the mile. I mean, this guy is a 55-meter indoor, 100-meter outdoor, maybe some 200. Let's talk about times for you. when you're talking about shaving time, when Amanda talks about shaving time, she's talking about seconds. You're talking about tenths and hundredths of a second.
Right.
How do you get to where you're shaving off that? What is a half second to a 100-meter dash?
Well, I mean, every tenth of a second counts. So I mean, you really have to be on your A game. So as far as the season goes, we had 2 meets already. So it's really kind of like Coach. I had talked to Coach like a few days ago, and he was like, Samuel, how do you think you feel in your race? And I told him, I said, I don't feel strong enough.
Okay.
So with that being said, with the first 2 meets, it was a little shaky. So shaving off like 0.2 seconds is where I need to be. So as far as Amanda goes, she seconds, like with her seconds, and me is hundredths of a second. But as far as the season goes, man, I just think that I just need to keep working hard, for one. And 2, I just need to keep staying humble and keep doing what I'm doing. So we'll see how the season goes.
Times, it's got to be frustrating, but at the same time rewarding to see those 3 seconds, 2 seconds, or hundredths of a second get shaved off from these athletes as they build and build and build towards their goals.
Yeah, I mean, every event is different. You know, in the field events, it's centimeters. For a high jumper, it's a centimeter can make a huge difference. For a thrower, you know, maybe it's 30 centimeters, but yeah, every event has its peculiarity and the closeness. Now, sometimes we find ourselves on the other side of that. We made it by a centimeter, we made it by a tenth of a second, but that's why game day execution is just so critical, to be prepared and do the training leading into it to know, you know, where you need to be and be on your best when we're in a championship environment.
Sometimes it's not necessarily the speed, it's your start.
Right.
Off the blocks, it's, you know, a stride here or there. Now, I was talking about margins we were short on, but let's talk about some things that were hit. This guy has won the 55-meter dash 2009, 2010, 2011, conference champ. How about that? And we've got a lot of athletes that can say they're multiple conference champions. This young lady here, 5K, 10K, conference record holders in that event. And Jake Deaton, I don't want to leave out the field event guys, because Jake Deaton, who's a monster from up in Mooresville, he has really come on strong. You're pretty strong in just about every area, whether it be relays, distance relay medleys, or guys like Jake Deaton, and you've got some other youngsters that are high jumping and long jumping. And you've got a pretty stout team. How do you keep up with all those different areas?
It's tough. Unfortunately, we have a great staff. We have 115 athletes and 6 paid staff members and a really valuable volunteer this year. And it's really helping us to stagger our training day to day and get a lot of attention to individual athletes and not have just a big group where we're not able to really focus in on improving individuals. And so it's really helped us keep our balanced team approach that we've had as long as I've been here going strong this year.
And it helps on weekends when you're sending people to 3 different cities to compete, which is the case here early in January. We're going to miss not seeing you guys late in the season, but there are 2 opportunities if you want to come catch our track and field teams in competition. We mentioned the 3rd weekend of March and the 3rd weekend of April. There are home meets at those 2 times, but you can follow these young ladies and men all season long on our website, www.charlotte49ers.com. I know you guys got to run. Haha. Funny. But thanks for a little bit of time. Good luck competing in the indoors. I know that's coming up here in a few weeks. And, of course, we'll all get a chance to watch you guys when the 2 outdoor meets happen. We wish you the best luck and good health.
Sure.
Thanks for the time today.
Thank you.
That's our track and field preview. Head coach Bob Olson and 2 of our stout seniors. We've got Amanda Getchis and Sam Jordan. Good luck to those ladies and gentlemen this year. And don't forget, you can catch them out at the Irwin Belk Track and Field complex this season. You got 2 chances to do it, so we'll see you out there. Go Niners. Stay with us. We'll be right back.